You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
We're back at 6:11. Spring is in full swing in the 608 with the growing season well underway this morning. Lisa Briggs, the one and only, joins us live from the Briggs Company with some easy advice for all of us at home. Lisa, what are you holding right there?
This is a heliotrope, and it is super sort of vanilla fragrant, and it's a really nice flowering plant for containers in a sunny spot. Really pretty color. Like I said, kind of fragrant, sort of smells vanilla-y. And I think a lot of people, when they're thinking about spring containers or their spring gardens, they're thinking a lot about flowers, which there are gazillions. Heliotrope, this is a really pretty hanging begonia. There are daisies and marigolds, and I mean, just the list is endless. Things that you've heard of and things that you haven't. But I kind of like the idea of mixing in some plants that are bringing color with foliage or leaves. And when I do my container classes, I do this a lot to try to introduce people to new concepts and new plants. So this is coleus, which comes in like a huge variety of leaf shapes and colors. Lots of green, some leaves are fringy, and it's a really good way to add a pop of color to your yard without having to deal with flowers. And besides coleus, there are other things. This is this really pretty thing. This is called bloodleaf or irisine. I mean, who needs a flower when you have this kind of color just from a leaf? And then this one, you might think is a coleus, but this is perilla, and it's really pretty green and pink. So just kind of think out of the box when you're doing your containers, and maybe think about stepping away from the old tried and true geranium, spike, vinca, which our grandmas did.
Yeah, I love all of the colors. And okay, so this next question's from our Leah Linscheid. She bought some rose bushes. She says that they're looking a little sad. She hasn't gotten them in the ground yet. You know, what kind of advice do you have for people on how quickly those things need to get planted?
Well, you know, we have stuff out here in the garden center that we get in April or May, and it might not sell till June or July, sitting in a pot on a gravel bed. But we irrigate every night, and we deadhead all that kind of stuff all the time. And if it gets hot during the day, we also will do hand watering. So it's good to get plants in the ground or in a bigger container. It's just much easier for you to take care of them and for them to thrive. I mean, that's where they want to be. So if you don't have the expertise or the time to really nurture them in that pot, best to get them in the ground as soon as you can. It's just easier in the long run to do gardening that way.
And of course, you guys are always open for more advice over there at the Briggs Company. You guys are really busy. I drove by there yesterday and your parking lot was jam-packed.
I know, on a random Tuesday, right? So if you just need some advice and you're not wanting to come into the store, you can always email questions to our plant desk. And that's super handy because you can attach a photo of something that you think is going on, or maybe something that you bought from us that isn't doing well and you just want to know like what you can do to help it out. And that's plantdesk@briggscompany.com. And the nice thing about the team at the Briggs Company is we all have our specialty. I don't know everything, nobody does, but we have a team, and so when a picture comes through that, you know, Scott might not know the answer or Brittany might not know the answer, then we just sort of gather everybody, and sooner or later, we've got somebody here who says, oh yeah, that's what that is, and then we can help you out. So it's good. You don't just get one person, you get a whole team here.
Learning something new every day, Lisa. Thank you so much for giving us all the advice this morning. Remember, you can always let me know what inspires you here in the 608. You can reach out on social media or email for a chance to be featured.